Hi, Cindy here. We're going to be doing a algorithm or a TFT, a thought field therapy algorithm or a pattern to try and reduce the feelings of insecurity, feelings of not enough. And we're going to first start with taking a reading, a SUDS, what we call a SUDS reading, a 0 to 10 reading. SUDS stands for subjective units of distress. So we want to know how distressed you feel. What is that feeling of insecurity? If you had to give it a number, if you could tell me what number or write down what number 0 to 10 you would put that uh, uncomfortable feeling, that feeling of insecurity at when you think of the triggering thought or any possible triggering event. Okay, be sure you write that down because we're gonna be focusing on that. And then if you want to, if you can also, when you think of the thought that triggers your insecurity or feelings of not enough, if you might kind of scan your body for a little bit and see if you can get a sense of where in your body you may be feeling it. Some of you might be able to. And if you can, it's totally fine. Some people are really kind of are really clear and connected to their body. So they might feel it in their body. So again, 0 to 10, how much distress, how uncomfortable is that feeling? Okay. And focus on that feeling. And you're gonna just copy me. Okay. And it's gonna get easier the more that you do this. You're going to start by tapping on the side of the hand or what they call the karate point. So right here, like when you do a karate chop, that's the karate point. So we're going to either tap on it or you can do this and tap on the side of it. Some people do this, but we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to tap on the side of the hand. Okay. Focusing on that insecure feeling or that feeling in your body that results from feeling insecure. And you're going to start with tapping at the eyebrow, beginning of the eyebrow, either hand, either side. You can cross sides if you want, it doesn't matter. Okay, eyebrow, under eye. Good, under your nose or above your lip. Just gently. You don't have to tap really hard. Then we're going to tap under the arm. So where your directly under your arm, where like your brow line would be, or for guys, they say where you're in line with your nipples. Just tapping under the arm and then under the collarbone. So if you're going to feel for the pointy spots on your collarbone, and you're going to just kind of go right below that. So you're going to go about an inch or so below the pointy part of your collarbone and a little bit towards the outside. Doesn't have to be, it's not pinpoint perfection. This isn't acupuncture. So we're using a couple of fingers. I'm using 2, 3 fingers. Well, again, one side is fine, one hand is fine. Doesn't matter. It won't make a difference if it's 1 or 2 hands. Okay. Refocusing on that feeling of insecurity, on that number that you gave to it, that feeling in your body. Okay. And then we are going to tap on the back of the hand, what we call the gamut spot between the pinky and the ring finger. There's sort of like a V here. You can either tap on it or I like to massage on it. Okay, and while we're massaging on it, we're going to do what I call the funny things with your eyes. Okay. This part, we're just going to close your eyes, open your eyes again while you're massaging on the back of the hand. You're going to move your eyes to one corner, down to the other corner. You're going to roll your eyes in a circle one way, roll your eyes in a circle the other way. You're going to hum a tune, then count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum again. And then you're going to go back to the tapping and eyebrow, under your eye, focusing on that insecurity, returning to that thought. under your nose, under your arm, under your collarbone. Okay, and we're gonna pause, take a deep breath, refocus on the distress in your body, the feeling of insecurity, and you're going to give another number to it and take another reading. A lot of times people will often say, oh, I feel better. So if you can, if you had to put a number to the better, what would that number be? 0 to 10. Okay, so at this point, if it's gone down 2 or more numbers, then we want to continue and go through the pattern again. If it's only gone down 1, or if it hasn't gone down at all, it's actually not the right pattern. We're not hitting quite the right emotion. So there's no sense in continuing it again. Well, you and I will have to work together. Or if you have like a sheet of the different emotions, you could kind of guess maybe if there's another emotion tied to that feeling of insecurity. Okay. But let's assume that the number has gone down 2 or more, and we're going to run through the pattern one more time. So running through it again the second time, we don't have to do the karate point. This is just at the very beginning. It's like just turning on the light switch. Okay. So we're going to run through it a second time, focusing on that distress or that feeling of insecurity in your body or in your stomach, wherever you feel it. And we're going to start tapping up the eyebrow, under your eye, chunk feeling of insecurity, not feeling enough, under your nose, under your arm, under your collarbone. We're going to do the back of the hand, massaging on the back of the hand. We're going to do those funny things with our eyes. Okay, close your eyes, open your eyes, move down to one corner, move down to the other corner, roll it one way, roll it the other way. Hum. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum again. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the tapping. Eyebrow, under your eye, under your nose, under your arm, under your collarbone. Okay, and returning to that thought of the feeling insecure and the feeling in your body. If you had to give a number to it, what would the number be? Okay, we're going to assume, we're going to run through it one more time. We're going to assume it's gone down more than 2 and that you're still above a 0. So if you're at a 0, hold on. We'll show you how to tie it up, but let's just go through it one more time. I want to show you this time how you can actually do it kind of on the sly, kind of down low. You can also do this imaginally. And I just want you to see that there's some options. So we're going to run through it a little faster this time. Okay. So refocusing on the thought, the feeling of insecurity, the thought that triggers the insecurity. There you go. And we're going to tap at the eyebrow. You can just massage it under your eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is kind of what I'm thinking in my head. Under your nose. Under your collarbone. See, I could just kind of be like this. Nobody could really see what I'm doing. Go under your arm and then under your collarbone. Just kind of press in that spot here. Okay, and then we can tap on the back or massage on the back of the hand. You can do this under a table or just really kind of incognito. You're just massaging the back of your hand. And if you want, you could close your eyes, and with your eyes closed, just move your eyeballs down to one corner, down to the other corner. Roll your eyeballs in one way, roll your eyeballs in another direction. Hum to yourself silently. Count silently to yourself to 5. Hum again to yourself silently. And then eyebrow under eye, under nose, under arm, and under your collarbone. Okay. And I'm going to pause there, take a breath, take another reading, run through it again if it's still not at a 0, but it's still going down a couple. Um, but if it's gone down to 0 or hasn't changed, but it's lower and you want to tie it up, what we're going to do is a floor to ceiling eye roll. Okay. We want to be sure we end with this, and that's going to just be massaging or tapping on the back of the hand. Yep. And keeping your head still, you're going to basically do little dot floor while massaging the back of the hand, and you're going to slowly roll your eyes up to the ceiling like you're trying to look at your eyebrows. Okay, that's the floor to ceiling eyebrow. And there you have it. That's the thought field therapy or TFT pattern for insecurity. Okay, hope that helps. You guys have a beautiful day. Aloha.